Good morning. It's my pleasure to introduce Elder Dorothy Taylor. Elder Taylor is a Michishwa elder from Curve Lake. She's renowned for her teaching and works on the sacredness of water. She shares her traditional knowledge and ceremonies with her community and various organizations here in Turtle Island. Dorothy is also known and the founder of Sacred Water Circle, a hand drummer, and a singer. She encourages people to restore their relationship with water. She participates in several Indigenous advisory circles, raising cultural awareness among the broader community. Let us welcome Elder Dorothy Taylor to open today's ceremony.
Nahaposho, Nindandagnak, Dimki Carpanashi, Indishna Cosmobagog Dodem. Get your nandam sonogum gawi, we bakakadowin, Shintak Cardad, Chimiguach, Nagishagat Gujing Gipishayeg. So I just gave you my native name, and I said, I'm very glad today that we are going to be welcoming lacrosse into this territory, and it's such a good day for that. And I'm going to sing an honor song for the team. An honor song is another way of saying prayer song.
Thank you, Elder Dorothy. The city of Oshawa is situated on the lands within the traditional and treaty territories of the Michishawagi and Chippewa and Ashigabab and the signatories of the Williams Treaty. These include the Mississaugas of Scugog Island, Curve Lake, Hiawatha, and Alderville First Nations, and the Chippewas of Georgina Island, Rama, Beausoleil First Nations. We are grateful for the diverse group of First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people who have cared for this land and these waters across Turtle Island from time immemorial and continue to do so today. As a municipality, we are committed to the understanding and the truth that we share history, acknowledging our role in addressing the negative impacts that colonization continues to have on Indigenous people, developing relationships and taking meaningful action for reconciliation. We are all treaty people. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Today, here at the beautiful Tribute Community Center, we are excited. We're excited to have you here today. Very special day for our community, for our arena, and for the sport of lacrosse in our region. My name is Matt Vylord. I am honored to be here today as your MC for this press conference. Lacrosse is more than just a game. It's the creator's game with deep indigenous roots, and it has been part of our culture, the cultural fabric of Oshawa for generations. To begin our program in the right way, I'd like to invite Todd Prowlis to the podium to provide greetings for this event. Todd is a grandfather and Turtle Clan of the Mohawk Territories. He is the vice president of the Recreational Lacrosse League here in Oshawa, the Minor Lacrosse Association Blue Knights. He's founded this with his spouse, Susan, and a friend in 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Prowlis.
Kwego, Titso Yojats, Waganyata, Oshawage Ganagare Dano Taindaneganu Ii. My name is Todd. I am Turtle Clan. I live in Oshawa, and my family relations are from Taindanega, which is just near Belleville. I just like to read a little bit from the Ohando Gary Wadekwa, which is our first matter of business, and it's just a simple greetings. I'm a very abbreviated version. If I was to read you the whole thing, we'd be here for an hour, and we don't have that much time to do it. Okay, so I'll just read a little bit and then tell you what I said. Say with the Honsios, Gatnagaraway Shasewa Kwego. If you could just listen for a short time. Nagati, Danshite, Naredo na Shonka Edison Newahi, Rosaonia Akwego Sinahoda, Tewatuanya Nitso Johansade. So to the one who created us, we are grateful right now. They made everything, whatever about in all of our world. Tana Neona, okay, now. De Watino Radone Yetsi Stanha Zi Johanshade. We offer our greetings to our mother, the earth. De Yetino Rado Ni Yetsi Sota Ashotanka Garakwa. We offer our greetings to our grandmother, the moon. De Zide Nurado Ne Shonkwa Zio Chekaneka Garakwa. We offer our greetings to our elder brother, the sun. De Yetino Rado Ni Chi Yotso Goronyo. We offer our greetings to all the stars. And we offer our greetings to the Creator. De Nidorado ne Onko Shoa, ne Onashoni, ne Shnabe, ne Ganatanu, ne Oshawoganu, Dano, Te Nidorado ne FireWolves. We offer our greetings to all the people, the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, the Canadians, the people of Oshawa, Mayor and City Council. And we offer our greetings to the FireWolves Lacrosse Club. Dogati Nanyo Tohake ne Onkunagora. And that will be the way it is in our minds for today. If I missed anything, a greeting, you can put that in, correct that with your mind. So, needless to say, having the FireWolves here is a big deal. My spouse and I, Susan, and a friend, Dieter Kerner, we had this idea that we could have a lacrosse club, a minor lacrosse club in Oshawa. There used to be the Green Gaels Lacrosse Club, and they kind of folded away in the 80s, and we wanted to bring that back to provide competition with our local Whitby, Peterborough, Clarington, and the clubs in Zone 6, and we're very happy about that. So when the word leaked out that the FireWolves were coming to Oshawa, that was a big, huge deal, and I apologize now. I was one of the guys that blasted all over social media and said, no surprise for us. Wow, that's a really big deal. And I think that it's going to help us, the minor club and the FireWolves can work together. Minor clubs in Durham region and beyond, Peterborough is represented here today as well, will help that happen. We'd like to see that grow, because if you grow, we grow, and if we grow, you grow. And there's that relationship, which I just kind of read a little bit about. The relationships will help us grow. I just want to say a few brief words about the history of lacrosse and the meaning of Dewa Adaron to Haudenosaunee people and Anishinaabe people. It always gets credited to Haudenosaunee people, but Anishinaabe people, Dorothy knows, she said the word, had lacrosse as well, right? They played a little bit different, and they honor the game in a little bit different way than we do nowadays. So lacrosse has probably been around in Oshawa or this area for, I'm going to say 1,200 years, but it's probably been even more than that. The way that I see lacrosse developing from the early times. It was so early when lacrosse was developed, we assigned stories to animals playing it. That was that long ago. It was beyond our memory of the earliest times, right? So we honor the animals too when we have lacrosse. Wolves is a good example. It's one of the clans of the Haudenosaunee people, right? So it's been played here for a very long time. In the 1870s, where this stick comes from, the 1872, I'll just hold that up like that so you can see it. This stick is from 1872 when it was allegedly when lacrosse started here in Oshawa with teams in what they called then in the Bush League, and then they continued to play, continued to develop in 1920. The Oshawa Generals actually won a world championship for Oshawa. Lots of people don't know that, but you know that now, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, it kept going. We had the Green Gales. The Green Gales had moved down from Huntsville to play in Oshawa in the 60s, and they won 7 Minto Cups in a row. So if you're a young player and you know what the Minto Cup is, 7 in a row. That's the legacy. And we want to see the FireWolves bring in 7 President's Cups in a row, right? President Cup, yes? Yeah. We should name it Green Gale Cup. But anyways, that's a whole other story. So that sort of success in lacrosse is here in Oshawa. It's in Whitby. It's in Clarington. It's in Pickering. It's right across Durham region, up north and all the rest of it. And so in 2009, when we started this lacrosse club, we had no idea what we were getting into because I'm still involved and it's 15 years later, right? So, but I'd like to honor the Oshawa Blue Knights because this is a big deal for Oshawa Blue Knights having the FireWolves here. But we would have never started without a couple of people. I don't know if they're here today. One is Dieter Kerner and the other one is Doug Louie, right? Those two fellas, really, we would not be here if it wasn't for them. And a third is Terry Lloyd. I don't know if Terry made it today. Those 3 people really started helping us to get the ball rolling, and we got the ball rolling. And over the years, we've had many, many volunteers, many excellent volunteers, and we've lost people. So it's important for me to honor the people that we lost. We lost a young player in, I'm going to say, 2015. Tucker Williams passed away, and now we have a tournament. It honors him every year, a minor tournament, which is probably, in my mind, the most prestigious minor lacrosse tournament in the country. I have to say that, it's a plug. And as well, we lost, last year we lost one of our longtime volunteers, Jackie Vivian Smith. And then this year, we lost one of our hardest working, heartbreaking loss, Tanya Faubert, who was our VP of Rep, and really helped drive our Rep program after the pandemic. She really helped us get there. And so I said I was given 45 minutes to speak. No. I just wanted to acknowledge that, and I hope that as I honor them, that you honor them in your hearts and in your minds. Thank you. Ona.
Thank you, Todd. Did you guys know you were going to get a history lesson today? Well, you didn't, did you? But thank you very much. Our first speaker today is the General Manager of Tribute Communities. Please welcome Mr. Andrew Nash.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to see so many fans, city leaders, business owners, and members of the media joining us here today. We're here today to celebrate a major moment for Oshawa, welcoming the FireWolves and the National Lacrosse League to the Tribute Community Center, the proud home of the iconic back-to-back Eastern Conference champion, the Oshawa Generals. This is more than just welcoming another team to the Tribute Community Center. It's a milestone for our entire community. With at least 9 FireWolf games on the calendar this season, we'll be adding to our already robust event schedule with the incredible high-intensity action that the National Lacrosse League delivers night after night. Our downtown restaurants, shops, and local businesses will benefit from the energy and excitement that come with game nights, giving a real lift to the local economy. Oshawa has a rich history of supporting many teams and bringing people together. Many of us here grew up cheering for the Generals, and today we are adding a new chapter. Through TSN broadcasted games, our city, our fans, and our partners will be showcased to a national audience. This is our opportunity to show the country the spirit, pride, and passion of Oshawa. The FireWolves are a team that embodies energy, skill, and determination. We're excited to cheer for their players, witness jaw-dropping plays, create unforgettable memories right here in our community, and raise another banner into the rafters. Of course, we can't ignore the spark of new rivalries. Our matchups with the Toronto Rock, who call the OVG-operated TD Coliseum home, and the Ottawa Black Bears are sure to bring intensity, excitement, and plenty of reasons to fill the stands. So to our fans, get your tickets, show your support, and be a part of this incredible journey. To our business partners, thank you for welcoming this opportunity to boost our local economy. And to everyone here, let's make the FireWolves' time in Oshawa unforgettable. We look forward to a season of thrilling games, community pride, and unforgettable moments. Let's pack the Tribute Community Center, make some noise, and show the FireWolves and the league what the heart of Oshawa is all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And speaking of the heart of Oshawa, we have the mayor of Oshawa here today. It's my pleasure to introduce the mayor of Oshawa. Fine-looking gentleman right here. He's a leader who has always championed the role of sport in building strong community connections. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Dan Carter.
Good morning. Oh, come on. Good morning. Great to see you guys. You look fantastic, by the way. Thank you, Elder Dorothy. Always a pleasure and such an honor to be able to join you, especially on such an important occasion. And thank you for your blessings. We're always grateful for that. So thank you very much. And Amanda Banting, our Indigenous lead at the great city of Oshawa, thank you for all the work you've done. And Todd, thank you for not only your welcome, but also the history behind this wonderful sport. And thank you for what you've done in Durham Region in regards to lacrosse. So I'm wondering if we could just take a moment and say thank you to Todd once again. Thank you very much. You know, I'm blessed as the mayor of the great city of Oshawa, but I have the opportunity to have wonderful colleagues that I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce. I'd like to start with Mr. Derek Giverson, representing Ward 4. Councillor Tito Dante Marin Pietri, representing Ward 2, Mr. John Gray, representing Ward 5, Councillor Rick Kerr, representing Ward 4, Mr. Jim Lee, representing Ward 2, and our Deputy Mayor, of course, Mr. Bob Chapman, along with our senior leadership team that is with us today, and also our good friends, our dear, dear friends from Tribute. I see that Steve and Gus are here, so thank you so much for what you have done for our city and, of course, the ongoing support of this wonderful facility. Today is a historical day for the great city of Oshawa. You know, earlier today, the coach and I go way back, about 3 hours. But anyways, we had the opportunity to be on CKDO radio with Terry Johnson this morning. And Terry, of course, has a great deal of history and heritage in regards to lacrosse and hockey. Of course, the voice of the Oshawa Generals here. We had an opportunity to speak earlier this morning, but it's wonderful, Coach, to have you back in Durham Region, of course, in your home, really, Durham Region. We understand that originally, I think it was Pickering, but we'll put that aside for now. You're on Oshawa, so we really appreciate it. So thank you for being here. To the president, thank you very much for being here today. We greatly appreciate it. And Oliver, of course, we are so grateful for the opportunity to be with you also today. It is a historical day today. We are excited about the FireWolves, and we believe that this particular opportunity of bringing professional lacrosse into this beautiful world-class facility will only enhance not only our city, but those that play this sport and so dedicated to its rich history. So we are blessed that they have chosen to see that Oshawa is a place that our fan base and the history, the heritage, and of course the Indigenous connections match up with this organization. And we are so proud today to be able to encourage not only people from Oshawa, but across the region of Durham, across Ontario, to come to the TCC and enjoy world-class athletic abilities that many of us enjoy on a regular basis. It is wonderful to be able to say that the only reason why this facility works so well and we've had the success is about true partnerships. And I've expressed this to Oliver and I've expressed it to the senior leadership team. We truly believe that the city of Oshawa is your partner. You do not walk alone. And we want to make sure that we do everything we possibly can, that your fans, your players, their families, and their supporters from across the country know that this is a welcoming place and it is part of a partnership. So we are so pleased, to the point that just recently I stood at the same podium to announce that we're making a $50 million modernization of this building that will give a fan experience, an extraordinary experience when they come into this building. And isn't it wonderful? We're going to have to then build a world-class change room and medical center for you guys. I can't think of a better investment that I can think of, and it's going to be great for our city. Oliver, I'd like to take this opportunity. We do this rarely. This here is what's called a challenge coin. It is a gold coin only given out by the mayor. We give out 40 over a 4-year period. On one side is our crest. On the other side, it says that it's presented by Dan Carter, the mayor for the great city of Oshawa. But here's what it says on the back. It says, be curious, not judgmental. And it's something that we live by not only as a community, but we continue to challenge people to be curious at everything we do. I hope that you will see through this gift from myself to you that you truly understand you do not walk alone. I'd like to present this to you and say thank you for your belief in our great city.
Thank you, Mayor Carter. As Todd said and the mayor just reiterated, the city has such a proud lacrosse history. From the legendary Green Gaels to generations of players who carry on the tradition of lacrosse. Today's announcements builds on the legacy and brings it to the biggest stage in the game. I'd now like to direct your attention to the screens. The video screens will now highlight the NLL game.
Welcome to the National Lacrosse League, the next major league in professional sports. As the largest and most successful professional lacrosse property in the world, the NLL offers fans fast-paced and high-scoring action featuring world-class athletes. Entering its 38th season, the league has continued to grow under Commissioner Brett Frood's leadership, drawing more than 1 million total attendees for the second consecutive season for the first time in league history, positioning the NLL for exponential growth. Since the start of 2024, the number of avid fans has grown by 114%, showcasing the league's broad appeal and ability to engage the next generation of followers. And we're just getting started. Our goal is to continue to attract, welcome, and invest in new fans, participants, and communities by introducing our uniquely entertaining sport and unmatched game day experience. With a dynamic on-field product that blends speed, physicality, and skill, our game looks like the NHL and plays like the NBA, providing the NLL with a unique opportunity to attract high-potential fans who are already familiar with top-tier professional sports, growing the sport beyond our current franchise locations through the launch of NLL Unboxed, Designed to make lacrosse more accessible to boys and girls across the continent, the program will expand the league's footprint to 60 communities by 2028, quintupling the NLL's current activation footprint. And thanks to national media partnerships with ESPN and TSN, plus the new NLL Plus streaming option, fans can consume more league action than ever before. Every NLL-produced game is available via ESPN Plus and TSN Plus in their respective country markets, providing the league's expanding North American fan base with extensive access to one of the fastest-growing sports in the world. With the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles set to feature NLL-style sixes lacrosse as a medal sport for the first time since 1908, NLL Plus will allow us to continue to leverage that global spotlight on our sport this season.
How cool is this going to be? Speaking of cool, I'd like to introduce the commissioner of the NLL who is here today. Representing, of course, the National Lacrosse League, ladies and gentlemen, Brett Fruit.
I can tell you my 14-year-old daughter has not called me cool anytime soon. Thank you all. I'm going to start by saying be curious, not judgmental. They put me, this feels like a setup. I'm following the guy that has been in broadcast and now a polished politician. So we'll give it a go. First, welcome again to all of our guests here. Privileged to be standing here along with our guests on NLL Plus. It's an honor being here in Oshawa, representing the National Lacrosse League, and certainly incredible being in a venue like this with such history and prestige. Well, I know we made the relocation news several weeks ago. Still certainly thrilled to be here in person to formally introduce the FireWolves and the National Lacrosse League to this fine city. The Tributes Community Center, and then certainly as we've learned quite a bit about our esteemed roots here, indigenous roots in the lands. Thank you again, both of you. Appreciate that. There's massive excitement in bringing this storied league and the product to the eastern banks of the Golden Horseshoe, in an area where sports and blue-collar, hard work, passionate fans are certainly ingrained in culture. I've been here a couple days, and it's been incredible to feel the hospitality of the entire town and really just feel the energy. And the video, I think for probably many of you, gets you excited. Heck, I want to throw the turf down and jump on the field right now. But you really want to do it in places that are going to embrace the sport, and I certainly feel that way. A little bit about my prior life. I spent 2 decades in the motorsports genre. So for me, definitely feel at home in a place with such strong automotive roots and that blue-collar passion and grit. And you can feel it, just the energy, just meeting folks over the last couple days and certainly learning more about the town. What I'm really especially thrilled about is just learning and seeing the cultural significance of sports in Oshawa. It's impressive to be downstairs, walk through the museum. I don't know how there are 55 sports, but there are down there representing 55 sports and just incredible legends. And certainly we hope to bring our league here and the FireWolves to be able to add to the lore of what's downstairs. So, as we look at the growth of the league and what we want to accomplish, and certainly what I expect the FireWolves want to accomplish in this town, it'll be hopefully adding additions to the legends that have played in this building and beyond. Certainly be an honor to be a fellow tenant with your Oshawa Generals and their fine ownership group. We look forward to unlocking creativity and collaboration with them and certainly know we're going to share a lot of passionate fans, crossover fans, that are going to enjoy both teams, hopefully winning championships in this building. Of course, and I can't be original here because I'm, I think, the fifth one speaking, but don't want to ignore the roots in this city, the dynasty of the Green Gals. And coming in, I certainly was not aware of how much history that team had in the 7 Mintos and the strength of this program in the 60s. But what I did learn, and maybe this is new for folks in here, and you may be disappointed, and we look back there and we see Bobby Orr, but in the 64 season, Bobby played for the Green Gals. And he played in 2 games. He had 0 points. But he did rack up 4 penalty minutes in 2 games. So we are proud of that. We certainly know the impact of the Gals has extended far beyond their titles, and it's been a crucial part of promoting lacrosse in the area, which Todd eloquently told us about. So we just look massively forward to welcoming a lot of programs, iconic programs throughout the Durham area, Peterborough, Coburg, Brooklyn, Whitby, Clarington, and beyond. So really excited about that opportunity. Overall, just can't wait to immerse ourselves in this market, grow an already strong nucleus of fans and support. This is a well-positioned franchise, and super excited and humbled and proud to be here today. Before passing on the mic, I do want to thank a few people and be very brief, namely our municipal partners, certainly Andrew and OVG. Thank you certainly for a lot of your help over the last couple months in getting here. Mayor and your council members, just much appreciation, and we already feel that partnership. It's going to be super. And then finally, the entire FireWolves ownership group for your unwavering commitment to the league, its future, working so hard to complete the move. We are very confident this is going to be a massive success, so thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Commissioner. The NLL has grown into the premier box lacrosse league in the world. And it is incredible to see it here in Oshawa. In Durham region, we've now joined the family. I'd like to direct your attention again to the screens, and let's take a look and showcase the FireWolves NLL lacrosse. Our next speaker is the owner and chief executive officer of the FireWolves. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Oliver Marty.
I don't know about you, but I'm all jacked up now. First, I want to give a big thank you to Brett Fruit. His professionalism, integrity, and tireless work has really been the driving force behind the NLL's goal to become the next major league. He doesn't get enough credit. Mostly he gets booed as just being a commissioner, but as a person, as a father, as a leader of the NLL, I just want to say thank you for everything you're doing. I'd also like to very quickly thank our ownership group. This is an ownership group I think a little different than most. We have a tremendous passion for the game of lacrosse. Most of us have played at the highest levels and continue to support and grow the game. Quickly, Brett Jefferson, Keith Palumbo, Saul Kumin, Zach Schreiber, Joe Dowling. Some of you may know Mike French, legend in Canadian lacrosse and Hall of Fame, both in Canada and the U.S. And of course, my very good friend, Russ Shepard, standing modestly in the back. Some of you may not know the movie The Grizzlies. I was explaining to Dan this tremendous movie. It is about a youth in a small town in Arctic, up in the Arctic, Kugluktuk in Nunavut, when Russ was a young man, maybe in your 20s, I believe, went up to teach and found struggles in that region, and by teaching and by introducing the game of lacrosse, really inspired the town and really brought around positive change. That same commitment and love for the game of lacrosse and what it can do, the medicine game, we've heard it, also the creator's game, is something that we cherish as an ownership. And so first, just like to say, introduce Russ Shepard. Please say hi. He has been instrumental. In our move here. Now, besides Slapshot, The Grizzlies is my second favorite movie, so you please watch that. Obviously, the most often question I get is, why Oshawa, why the Durham region? As is pretty evident in any successful organization and business, it's always about the people. Russ called me after having his first conversation with Andrew, and the first thing he said was, Andrew's not interested in a tenant deal. He wants a partnership. And that was kind of the you had me at hello moment for me. That was a real important aspect. You've heard the word partnership mentioned a number of times. This can't be done without a partnership to many degrees. And Andrew, thank you for welcoming us with open arms. It also goes to the historic Generals organization. Rocco and Roger in that organization have had open arms. We're not coming here to take over or step on anyone's toes. We want to, actually, most of us, including Glenn Clark and probably many of our players, all wanted to play pro hockey, including myself. I wasn't very good, I guess. And we cherish the opportunity to work with the Generals and cheer them on, hopefully to a Memorial Cup at some point. So Rocco has been very welcoming, and that's important to us. I would be remiss, obviously, not to mention our Mayor Carter. I'm almost speechless. A very special individual that I've gotten to know over the last few weeks, and a tremendous person that has really exemplified what this county and Durham region and Oshawa are all about. He, as he mentioned when he was up here, we were at the Generals game and this past Sunday, and he said, I really think this is going to be successful. There'll be some bumps, and I want you to know, as he said earlier, you're not walking alone. And that means a lot to us. And so when I think about the people here and everyone that we've met and spoken with, wonderful blessing and welcoming from Dorothy, and truly feel like this is our home. So I wanted to acknowledge Dan and Andrew and the Tribute Center. They share our vision of where we want to go. So thank you. The other reason, another reason for our decision is just the rich history and knowledge of lacrosse in Oshawa and the Durham region. I know firsthand the fans in this region are great fans. I had the opportunity to play in a Minto Cup against Peterborough. They killed us, but it was an incredible experience. And then a couple years later, I had an opportunity to play against Brampton in the Man Cup. They also killed us. But one thing you can say is that they had extremely passionate fans, and we feel that here. The amount of outreach we've received from across the region has been just outstanding, and it's what we want to play for in bringing a national championship to the town of Oshawa. Again, always many reasons, but another very important region, and as Dan alluded to, the renovation of this building is very important. Already a beautiful building, a modern building, but for us and the National Lacrosse League and the product that we want to present, it goes into that real realm of exciting entertainment. This building has all those necessities to really make this not just a phenomenal lacrosse product, but an entertainment product. So we're excited about that and that expansion, and I think we picked a good timing to come. Very quickly, I'd like to just mention, really what the heart is of the FireWolves, and that's our coaching staff and our players. It really, being a part of a team, and then coaching teams, and then being an owner of a team, you quickly realize that there's significant differences across teams and people. And when I think about this organization, from our owners to our coaching staff to our players, I'm truly blessed that they exemplify the character of a champion. Glenn Clark and his team, Daryl Gibson and Clem Durazio, have painstakingly put together a team with all the right pieces that I think has the capability of winning a national championship. It starts with leadership. I don't know if you'd recognize or caught the fight we had in that. That was our brave captain, Colton Watkinson. In fact, I'd like to just mention Colton, Dyson Williams, and Mike Byrne. If you guys could just stand up quickly. Just represent incredible leadership and character. You may have heard the term, but this is absolutely a we team, not a me team. And that's what it takes to be a champion. I couldn't be prouder of this organization, and led off by our coach, Glenn Clark, who I'll talk about in a moment. Just some quick stats here. On the field, this winner will be 15 first-round draft picks. This team has been to 8 of 10 playoffs of the last 10 years. In 2024, they achieved the best record in franchise history. We have back-to-back Rookie of the Years, and in fact, runners-up as well. So you can arguably say the top 4 rookies in the league over the last 2 years. Our goalie, Dougie Jamieson. Anybody know Dougie? Dougie is an amazing individual, an amazing goalie. He's goalie of the year in 24 and in 2020. And this is all with the youngest team in the league. So the potential here is significant. And as you saw, and as we represent the terms of courage, leadership, strength, and community, you can expect every game, every shift, effort to leave it all out on the field and to make the town of Oshawa and the community of Durham very proud for us representing you on the lacrosse field. I very quickly want to talk about Glenn. Glenn is I haven't met many people like Glenn. His character on and off the floor is built on respect, integrity, and a keen vision as a competitor, but understanding how to build things for both the short and the long term. For anybody interviewing him after, please ask him about his drafting and trading ability on the golf course. It's quite legendary in our organization. Sorry, Glenn. As Dan said, Glenn is, in fact, most of our organization is Canadian-based or Canadians. Glenn grew up not too far from here, Pickering. Daryl, I believe, is in Ajax. Our trainer, also very close by. There's a rich history here, but also within our group. Glenn played with the Whitby Warriors and the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club. He won two-man cups here, and the defense, also Daryl Gibson, I believe, was a part of that Man Cup win as well. Just to give you a couple accomplishments. Glenn has been the head coach for the Canadian World Indoor Team for the past 4 seasons, every 4 years. So 2011, 15, 19, and 24, winning the gold medal, and also won it as a player in 2003. He's won 2 Heritage Cups. He was the NLL Coach of the Year in 2016 and in 2024. And as a player, he won 5 championships with the Toronto Rock, 3 Man Cups, 2, as I mentioned, with the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club. Just a tremendous leader. I'm so lucky to have Glenn, and a tremendous family man as well. As some of you may know, we recently acquired his son, Taggart, incredible character as well, that we believe will add a tremendous value on our right side this coming season. Finally, I want to just talk about the name of the team. We put a tremendous amount of thought and interest into what we felt captured our team and the region and the fans that are going to be supporting us throughout this. As has been discussed here many times, lacrosse has a rich history in the Great Lakes, and it originating centuries ago with the indigenous peoples. It's played to honor the creator, settle differences, and bring communities together. Today, history and tradition are embodied in storied franchises, as we've discussed, from Brooklyn, the Peterborough, Whitby, and former Oshawa Green Gaels. I'll have to throw that in as well. And of course, many others throughout the Durham region. The heritage of the game carries significance with our organization. When we acquired the New England Black Wolves from the Mohegan tribe, we named the team the FireWolves in Albany, embracing the powerful symbolism of fire and the wolf in indigenous culture and representing our identity of strength, courage, community, and leadership. Paying homage to the indigenous origins of lacrosse and the rich history of the game in this region, we proudly represent the heritage, and to represent proudly the heritage of this region, the name of our team is the Oshawa FireWolves. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone being here. Matt, I turn it back to you.
Thank you, Oliver. The neat part about it is this team, those guys over there, coach right here, and the owners, they're not only committed to the highest level of lacrosse, but they're also committed to being part of the heartbeat of our community. With that, I'd like to introduce the head coach of the FireWolves, Coach Glenn Clark.
Thank you. And thanks everybody for being here. There's been a lot of thank yous, and when you get into the game of thanking people, it's dangerous because you can forget. And so they've done a great job. I'm going to address and thank one individual because he's usually the one that's thanking people, giving out accolades, explaining what an organization looks like, all those types of things. But Oliver Marty, he talks about everyone else's accolades. He talks about what everyone else does to the organization, for the organization. But just a little brief background. He talked about playing in some Minto Cups, playing in some Man Cups. He's being very modest, and there's a point to why I'm telling you all this too. He's being very modest in his accomplishments. He was a two-time All-American, I believe, at Brown. He also holds the NCAA record for goals in the championship tournament. He played for Team Canada with some players like Gates, Tavares, Marichuk, was the MVP of the bronze medal game during the World Championships. So has quite a rich history and success in lacrosse. And the reason I tell you that is our ownership group is embedded with these types of individuals, people that have played at the highest level, people that have had success. And what that does for this community is it's a recognition from our ownership, from our staff, how important the game is and how important youth lacrosse and the journey was for all of us. And what that looks like and what that translates is a real investment in the community, grassroots, the importance of youth lacrosse. And what you'll notice with our players, it's been mentioned that I'm from Pickering. This is I've been away for a little while, but it's nice to be back. And I look around the room and there's a lot of familiar faces. And when we talk about the value of sport, youth sport, journey, all those types of things, there's a lot of people sitting in this room that have impacted my career and my ability to be standing here today. So we all recognize that. It's great to see the youth sport and the journey and the jerseys and everything here. And what you'll notice about our team and the NLL in general is the access and the engagement that you have to players and to the sport is second to none. They're world-class athletes, but they're world-class individuals. And you saw a few of them over there that Oliver introduced. But the amount of time they take for young athletes and the amount of care they have investing in what was important to them is unmatched in pro sport. So that's going to be on full display to this community. And it is exciting to be back. It's exciting for me. It's exciting for all our players. We understand the tradition and the history in this area. And it's going to be a great marriage of our group coming back, the players embedded in the community, and the ability for us to give back to the community, engage with the young players, engage with sport in general. So we're absolutely thrilled and excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. The neat part is, as we all know, he grew up in Pickering. Grew up? Yeah, grew up in Pickering. So he knows what it's like to be here in Durham region. So that means a lot to us. So thank you. The connection to our community will be the core of everything that Coach, the players, and of course, the FireWolves do. I'd now like to invite Oliver Marty and Commissioner Frood Beck up to the front, along with players Colton, Dyson, and Mike.
Russ, could Russ, you join as well, please? Russ? Why don't you have you guys come up here as well? Clark here, please. As you know, The Oshawa FireWolves is the new team name, and we couldn't think of a better way to represent that by other than having our players put on these jerseys and get some great pictures. Again, all local. I think we talked about Dyson being from Oshawa, and Todd, you talked about Tucker Outlet Lymphoma. We have a huge tradition we've started, and we'll carry that on here with our theme nights. Obviously, Colton Watkinson and Mike Byrne, who might be the most tenacious guy you'll meet. His engine doesn't stop, so we're proud to have them represent us and putting on these jerseys. So please, if you will, that'd be fantastic. It's like draft day dice. Great, thank you very much. Matt, I think we're ready to take questions. Perfect.
At this point in time, we'd like to invite any media that have questions. You're more than welcome to ask a question. I do ask that we do have a few of the cordless mics. So if you have a question, please ask for a cordless mic, and we'll get that to you so everyone on the web as well as here can hear your question. And of course, you can direct it to any of these fine gentlemen here, as well as the mayor might like to take a question or two, possibly. Does anyone have a question? Is everyone really excited? Yeah. Question right here?
Kurt Burmester from TSN. I guess this question could probably be either for Oliver or don't sneak too far, Andrew. Just wondering what the reaction has been from the fan base so far. I know you've opened it up for season ticket kind of applications. I wonder what the reaction's kind of been from the fan base so far.
It's open up the table. I think it's been a consensus across Brett, Glenn, Russ, all our staff in market, just incredibly welcoming. They really feel like they want to embrace an LL team here and represent this region. We haven't really done any advertising, and the amount of outreach and ticket deposits has been significant, and it's really been encouragage to be honest. It's when you come to a region that has so many great teams that battle each other, Peterborough, Brooklyn, Whitby, etc. You could think there's a lot of tension, competitiveness, and we haven't seen that at all. Toronto East, all the way, Peterborough and everywhere in between, we've received such an embracement to be in this community and the excitement to bring the the National Lacrosse League here. So it's truly been tremendous.
Perfect. Thank you for your question. Sir?
I'm looking to see who your biggest rivalry is going to be.
I would say based on the last month, it's likely going to be Toronto, geographically and with some of the carryover between players. So I mean, it's a natural, right? And it's going to be a great corridor to build that rivalry up. So I would say that's a pretty safe bet that'll be our initial. But I mean, it's nice now that we have this sort of corridor around Lake Ontario with Ottawa, Oshawa, Hamilton / Toronto, Rochester Buffalo. So you've got a real good, horseshoe around the Lake Ontario that's it's going to have access for fans to get to multiple games as well as develop those rivalries. And a lot of them are born out of the playoffs and different things like that. So it'll play out, but I think the easy answer right now is Toronto.
Thank you for your question. Yes, sir.
I guess this question's for Mayor Carter or Oliver. When did the negotiations start to bring this team to Oshawa?
I don't know about the term negotiations. One of the things the commissioner has done and the NLL have done have really looked at changing what we have is what's called the expansion committee in the NLL and change that to the membership committee. And the goal really is it doesn't make a lot of sense to focus on expansion with new teams if some teams are struggling and not doing well. As some of you may be aware, Panther City had very little support in the community, and Brett wanted to really take that and use that as a platform to really strengthen our other teams. And so the collaboration, the inbound to us, and our ownership really had to take a look at the development of the program and where it went. There's a number of things I didn't discuss that is unique to the Canadian markets, and especially in this region, that made it a very capable decision, if you will, when presented with an opportunity to come to the TCC. And so I wouldn't say there was a lot of negotiations. It was a discussion, and it was a reasonable fit. There was no controversies, if you will. We've been able to discuss and have a great relationship from the very beginning. So I don't know if that answers your question. Yeah.
What's the commitment? How many years are you guys signing on for here?
I think it was 15 years, wasn't it, Dan?
I thought it was 90.
90.
It's at least 30. I mean, go ahead.
It's 3 and 3 right now. It's 6 years, 3 years, and an option of another 3 after that. It's important for us to have longevity in what we do. I know we didn't have a lot, but we had some fantastic fans in Albany. When you leave, you want to build something, and you want to build in the community. And that's very important to us, and you'll see that as we're in the market. And for us, longevity is key. You don't want to make an investment and then hop around. It's not good for the team. It's not good for the owners. It's not good for the league. And so we're hoping this is it. This is our home. As you may know, the history, Mohegan Sun that owned the New England Black Wolves was incredibly successful. I think in the last season before COVID, they were #1 in the league. The team was building up, and COVID took its toll. And so when we purchased the team, we really wanted to carry on that tradition. But you have to rebuild, and so moving isn't a good thing. We think we've got our home here, and hopefully with the work of Mayor Carter and Andrew and OVG, this is going to be our home for permanent.
Yeah, Doug, we walked into this knowing that this is going to be a long-term commitment. Through our investment in the modernization of this building, we understand the FireWolves, what their requirements are, and we want to build a facility that really not only makes them feel welcome, but this is their home also. We're blessed that we've got the Oshawa Generals here, and we had this conversation about how well it works with the New York Jets and the Giants, and how it works well with the Leafs and the Raptors. We're going to embrace that opportunity also. I think the ultimate message to our fans is, you know what? We believe that this product is outstanding. I believe this ownership is the strongest I've ever seen, and I think that the longevity of our partnerships will be quite long, and I'm looking forward to that. But like anything, we have to show them that this is their home. We support them. And I'm going to encourage everybody after today's press conference, if you don't have season tickets, please get out there and get your season tickets.
Mayor Carter, with the $50 million renovation, would that be part of and dressing room and facility for the FireWolves?
I think it's absolutely required. It's a professional team. It needs the standards of a professional team. We've had some early conversations about what the dressing room needs to look like, and what about the medical center, different things like that, coaches' rooms. So we're going to, we've invited the FireWolves into the conversation of the design, and we want to make sure that we meet their needs, just like we've done with the Oshawa Generals, making sure that this is a world-class facility, not just for our fans, but for those that call it home. And I think that with Oliver's help and his team, I think we're going to be able to build a wonderful facility for the players. It's so important for the players to be able to feel that this is their space, and that we're going to build something really, really wonderful, I think. So thank you for your question, Tom.
Dan Malta from Cogeco Peterborough. Question for Oliver or Glenn, whoever knows the geographical area better here. But if you were to draw a circle, not to exclude any communities, east, west, north, who are you targeting as a draw for a natural fan base here?
Yeah, well, as a West Coast boy growing up I was born in Montreal, but moved when I was very young to Vancouver. So that's the market I know the best. So Glenn will know this, but I think the NLL has been very purposeful in, this is a massive market, the GTA and surrounding the greater GTA, as well as just a hotbed of lacrosse knowledge and history. And the ability to have a Toronto West, if you will, and a Toronto East is very important. For us, it's about the game. And choosing the word Oshawa and its indigenous meaning and culture and where it came from, as well as the words FireWolves, is a way representative of people who love lacrosse and want to embrace the game. So for us, I don't think there's any off limits for us. There's the obvious areas that we all know about, Peterborough, Whitby, et cetera, et cetera. But this is inclusive. There's a medicine game. It's for everybody. So that would be my response. I'm going to pass over to Glenn, who, no, that's it.
I think you nailed it. I don't want to step on it.
And just to pick up on that, I think the opportunity for this product across the GTHA, I think I think we're going to draw as far away as Kingston, as high as Minden, and as far out as I think Niagara. I think that the rivalry between, I think, Toronto or Hamilton and Oshawa will play a significant role. I think it's going to introduce a lot of new fans into this arena and into this sport, and I'm really excited about it. So when you look at the catchment area, I think it's so well suited, and I think the rivalry between the Rock and the FireWolves is going to be quite incredible. And I think it'll be identifiable to fans north, south, east, and west. So that's our expectation. Thanks, Dan.
Question for Brett, kind of along the same lines. Was there any concern at any point about having two teams in the GTA? And then second part beyond that, what does it say for the NLL's focus on Canada with all the teams moving up here?
Yeah, I'll start with the last question. Certainly Canada is of significance for us. We've talked about the strong roots, and certainly on the box side, I mean, this is the epicenter. Not only Canada, but Ontario, which leads to probably the easy answer on the second one, right? We're in Ontario. Obviously, Ottawa joined us last year, a great addition to the league. And we look at this, the Golden Horseshoe, and you're nearing what, 10 million people. It's a fourth largest city in North America. So relative to just bandwidth and we'll call it capacity of fans. And we've spoken a lot about lacrosse fans, but Oliver used the word inclusion. The 30 some odd million people in Canada, I feel, are our target market. There shouldn't be an individual in this country not watching our product. So no, I don't really have any concerns about just cannibalization just because of volume, and we are a sport for everybody, not just the endemic lacrosse fans. We certainly want to have all of them at all of our games. So excited to ideally, as we look to target not just in Ontario, but as we make our way, whether we're talking Halifax, Vancouver, Calgary, Saskatchewan, we're looking to have every hockey fan in this country and beyond watching our great product.
Quick question for Glenn. Obviously, you were part of rock teams who had a lot of grassroots and a lot of local guys. A little bit of a different situation now because we got two in the market, but do you see that as a vision for Oshawa, trying to grow the team with a place for guys who come through the grassroots in Durham region to possibly land?
We would. I mean, you're still trying to build a championship team and a competitive team and the best product for the fans in Oshawa, and I think fans anywhere will identify with success, whether it's somebody that grew up here. But having said that, there is a gluttony of talent in this area, and we already have some of the best players from this area. So if you're looking at adding pieces and you have the opportunity to have someone from this area, we absolutely would. But I still think you build it with the vision of success, and then I think people support the team regardless of individual geographies. But I think naturally that'll be a byproduct of where we are, because a lot of the best players in the game are from this area.
Thank you. We have one more question.
For Oliver, Glenn, just remind us how many home games that we can expect, and when is the home opener?
I can take that one, please, just because I've been working on it for the last 72 hours. There'll be 9 home games, so 18 game schedule for our 14 teams. Definitely, as we look toward the future, are hopeful that number continues to expand, for sure. 18 games isn't enough to watch these guys, these elite athletes, and the job they do. So look forward in the future years expanding that. Relative to the schedule, we have been immersed. I was sitting in the hotel room yesterday for more hours than I wanted to, working with our team on the different permutations, trying to put it together. So the schedule announcement will come out in a couple weeks, and these guys will certainly be proud with their team to make that announcement and lay it out for all the fans. So that shouldn't mitigate anybody from buying tickets today or tomorrow or any day leading up to it. There'll be 9 games. They will be here in this fine venue. So we look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, on behalf of the Oshawa FireWolves, the city of Oshawa, of course, Durham region, thank you very much for joining us today. As we talked about, tradition runs deep in our community, and the Oshawa FireWolves are going to take it and keep that tradition going for a long time. Those of you that are part of media, your back of your badge, you have a QR code that is now live. As well, you are more than welcome to do one-on-one interviews. They're going to be over to your left behind that black curtain. Just see a staff member for assistance there. Once again, thank you very much to the Tribute Community Center, as well as Town of Oshawa, City of Oshawa, excuse me, Durham Region, and of course, the brand new Oshawa FireWolves. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.